Well, yes, hello there, my name is Shawn Sanbrooke and a very warm welcome to the Theme Park Worldwide YouTube channel and of course the brand new series of Theme Park Worldwide, the show. It's going to be an amazing year, it's going to be bigger and better than ever before. I can't wait for this show and to tell you how much we've got coming up this year because it's going to be epic basically. So without further ado, I've missed this so much over winter. My name's Shawn Sanbrooke, this is Theme Park Worldwide, the show, and that means it's time to cue those titles! Welcome back to Theme Park Worldwide, the show. It's great to be back. I've been in hibernation over winter and it had a really nice relax. Yeah, I'm buzzing and ready to go with this season. And as you're going to find out in this first episode of the show this year, there's so much coming to look forward to. It's incredible. Last year was huge. This year is even better. So it's going to be great. Also, I just want to say hi out there to a lot of new subscribers, thousands of new subscribers coming to Theme Park Worldwide over winter. So a big hello to you. This is how Wednesday nights are going to be every week this year. It's going to be me sat here in the world of theme parks, the refurbished world of theme parks, as you'll see later on. But yeah, it's going to be awesome, so thank you to all of our brand new subscribers. Welcome to the channel, and this is it. It's going to be an absolutely awesome year this year. Obviously over winter you've seen our complete experience videos launch, on-ride POVs, off-ride videos, so there's been a lot of stuff going on the channel, but this year it's just going to be outstanding. I really can't wait to kick in with the vlogs and it's just going to be amazing thinking about it. So without further ado, let's go straight in to some news about what's going to come. This week I'm going to talk to you about some of the additions what are coming to the theme parks around the world, and also of course where we're going to be visiting on the channel this year. You might have seen our promotional video, what was launched a few weeks ago, but I'm going to go into a bit more depth, a bit more detail on the parks we're visiting and what new attractions there is and existing attractions at those parks and what I'm looking forward to. Oh, it's so good to be back talking to you guys. Hope you've missed the show over winter. I really missed it. I was sat there some days thinking, oh, you know, I do miss doing the show, but it is good to have that little break over winter. And of course, I've been pumping out there the new videos on the channel. There's been so many new videos going on daily recently from Orlando and that trip. So, and I know you love the complete experience videos, which is great. Yeah, just welcome back. Hello to anybody new. But anyway, let's kick straight in then. After that little welcome back to Theme Park Worldwide, and let's go to our theme park news. So yes, welcome to 2015. Basically it's going to be epic, and I know I've said that a lot and you might all be sat there at home thinking, oh come on Shawn, you know, what's going to be so amazing about it? So I'm going to tell you about it. Obviously this section of our theme park news is going to be in every week's show. It's going to be the main highlight of the show. But this week we're going to be looking basically at where we're going to be going, what new stuff there is to look forward to, and what are you guys going to be watching here on this channel this year. So in addition to Theme Park Worldwide, the show, which will be online every Wednesday evening, there's going to be the vlogs, there's going to be the complete experience videos, there's going to be the POVs, all the usual, but there's going to be special trips abroad which we do each year, and this year we've got a big selection, more than ever coming up. Last year was a big year, this year is just huge. So yeah, let's get on with it then. So first trip is going to be coming up at the end of March, end of next month, Gardaland in Italy. First time visit to this park. Yeah, it's going to be really good, and of course they've got the brand new dive coaster which is going to be opening, which is called Oblivion, the Black Hole. That was released a few weeks ago. You know, interesting name. Obviously Oblivion, Alton Towers, dive machine, and the Black Hole, ex-Alton Towers ride, in the same area as well, Alton Towers, so very interesting. But I'm loving the theme of it. It looks really, really good, Oblivion, the Black Hole. So yeah, it's going to be this being a mini B&M dive coaster. So yeah, basically that doesn't mean it's going to be mini as in it's going to be short. It means mini with the style of trains what it uses. It's 3 rows instead of having the 2 rows like Oblivion, for example, Alton Towers. It's going to feature a tunnel, it's going to feature an Immelman, a 270-degree helix, a heartline roll, and a nice little airtime hill as well, and that's all going to come in just over 1800 feet of track, which is going to be a really, really good ride. It's got a lovely white colour scheme, much like quite a few of the rides at Gardaland. So I've seen. So it's going to be good to get out there. We're going to be there on the opening day of that new attraction, which is Saturday the 28th of March. We'll be there for 4 days as well across the weekend, but it's going to be great. Can't wait to get on that. Of course, throughout, as always in the show, let me know what you think and your thoughts. You can comment below and I'll read out some of the best ones each week on that bit of news, which I've read out. So yeah, it's going to be really, really good. Gardaland in March. Europa Park then, that'll be the second trip. That's coming up at the start of May. At Europa Park, it's the 40th anniversary celebration, so there's not really any new rides, so to speak. But last year I did go for Arthur, which was the new ride, which was unfortunately delayed. So it's going to be good to get back on Arthur at Europa Park and actually see, because we saw it testing, and that was the annoying thing. So it's going to be good to get back there, finally ride it. I mean, I can't believe I've not been on it yet. As a lot of you do know, Europa Park is my favourite theme park. So I can't wait to get back out there and ride that. I only had the one visit last year. But yeah, it's the 40th anniversary of the park, so they've got basically the Euro Tower, which is the observation tower, yeah, the classic from Roller Coaster Tycoon. Your observation tower, that's all being redone up in like a green colour scheme, which will be nice. Brand new parade and other entertainments going on. The parade was great at Euro Park anyway. But yeah, I can see why they are updating a few of it, because some of it was quite dated. But don't get me wrong, it was great, and I'm sure they'll do a really good soundtrack for it as well, which would be good. A few other minor updates to the park going to be going on, which will be nice there as well, and I'm sure there'll be some theming and stuff with it being the 40th anniversary, so that'll be really nice. So the day after coming back from Europa Park, going out to Disneyland Paris. Spring and Flower Festival, Disneyland Paris, was a new event last year in 2014, but this year it's got even bigger. They've got new entertainment going on, new theming throughout the park. That's including going into the Disneyland Hotel and also Disney Village now, so the theming is not just in Disneyland Park, it's being spread out, which is nice, across the Disneyland Paris resort. Looking forward to that. Obviously Disneyland is one of my favourite parks, and we're going to be going with TPW admin Charlotte, which will be really, really good. Can't wait to see that. We're going to be covering some of the updates, what have been going on there as well. There's a lot of updates going on that I can't wait to see. Space Mountain Mission 2 is going to be closed while we're there. It's in the middle of a 6-month refurbishment at the moment. It closed at the start of January this year. But yeah, we're going to see all our updates. There's rumours of this new stuff coming into there, so we'll see what's been going on construction wise. The submarine out the front of that's been redone as well. A couple of the show venues are going to be reopening again in summer, so we'll see how construction's coming on there. And it'll be a general basis nice trip to Disneyland that I'm sure you'll enjoy. Moving on into June then. Yeah, it's a good year, I told you. Back to Liseberg in Sweden. Liseberg, amazing park, obviously home to Helix, Balder. Helix is an amazing coaster that went on last year. Oh, I absolutely loved it. Was there on the opening day. If you've not seen it, you must watch that vlog from last April. It was great. But they've got a Ziera Starshape attraction, which is much like Bling used to be at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, or Air, for example, which travels about. It's been at Hyde Park Winter Wonderland for a few years. It's going to be like that. And it's called Mechanica, so it's got a really nice theme to it. It's not just being plonked in. They're theming it up with all this like cabin style theming and really good soundtrack also from Imascore, if you're familiar with Imascore. So it's going to be really good. I was really impressed with Liseberg last year. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting back there. It'll be great. Also in June then, coming up at the end of June, Tivoli Gardens, which is in Copenhagen. Can't wait to go to that. Never been before. Again, a brand new park coming up. It's going to be great. That's also a city park like Liseberg is, so it's not sort of in the middle of nowhere, it's like in the city. Imagine if London had a theme park right in the centre of it, literally right in the centre, then that's what it would be. But yeah, it's got a beautiful history to it, Tivoli. It's going to be really nice. We're going to be there for a couple of days over a weekend, which will be really good in the summer especially. It's going to be nice just to chill out, and obviously they've got a nice B&M coaster there as well, a couple of other smaller rides, and a really, really old Scenic Railway wooden coaster, which will be nice to ride. So there'll be plenty of stuff from there. Of course, likewise with all of these, there's going to be POVs, complete experience videos, and vlogs going to be going on all throughout the year from all of these parks. And that's why I'm so excited, because you guys are all coming along for this journey on TPW, which is great. Moving on then into July and August. Now, I've not actually got the dates confirmed for this yet. It will be happening, but it's all because of F-Talent at the moment. They basically haven't decided when they're going to be opening Baron 1898, which is the brand new dive coaster going to be opening there, but I'll tell you about that in a second. So yeah, I am going to be at F-Talent in July/August, and also Portaventura. Which order these are going to come around, I don't know, but they're saying July for the new coaster, so we'll go with F-Talent first. So F-Talent, again, it's my first time at this park, and it's called Baron 1898. That's the main draw for this park. We're going to that. Of course, they've also got many other rides there. They've got a great wooden coaster, water coaster, world-class dark rides, Aquanura, which is a big nighttime lake show. I can't wait to see it all. But yeah, the main draw, I wanted to wait to go to that park before there was another big coaster. That's what's coming in 2015, so I'll be out there to ride that. Work's progressing heavy at the moment. There's not actually any track gone up at the moment, but that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. So obviously it's the 18th of February today. You know, work's going to be going on the track by now, I would say. So it's going to be really good to see this when it's complete. Very heavily themed, if not one of the best heavily themed roller coasters in the world, to be honest. All themed around this mine shaft, and I'm going to be doing a full sort of episode on it later in the year, so you'll see more then. I won't get too much into detail now. But it's going to be really good. You've got a 123-foot drop, 2 inversions, all this heavy theme. It's literally, you know, it's not just the station and queue watch themed. The whole coaster up to 100 odd foot tall, 120 foot tall, you know, it's going to be all themed with all these cogs going round and mechanical stuff. It's going to be really, really good. Can't wait to do that. Portaventura then, 20th anniversary at Portaventura. There's no new rides going in, but there's a lot of new shows going to be going on, including a brand new nighttime show on the lake area, on the Mediterranean Lagoon, which will be nice to see. Other improvements to entertainment and meet and greets across the park as well. And of course, they'll be theming the park up like they did for the 15th anniversary back in 2010. So that'll be really, really good to see. And I'm looking forward to that a hell of a lot. Make sure you're watching those in the summer, because again, the vlogs are always great. This year there's going to be more vlogs than ever, because I know you love the vlogs. They're definitely one of the best things here on Theme Park Worldwide, and it's something I look forward to expanding even more this year, along with the show, of course. So finally then, September, and that's the big one. That's the California Mega Trip. 18 days of updates on Theme Park Worldwide. There's going to be videos going on while I'm out there as well. And what's going to be happening with the show while I'm over there, I will obviously let you know later in the year, because I'm not too sure myself yet. It all depends on sort of Wi-Fi situations and that out there. But you'll all know by the summertime what's going to be going on in September with the videos and what's going to be going on over there at the time, etc. Where are we going to be visiting? Well, Disneyland, the original Disneyland in Anaheim, can't wait. Six Flags Magic Mountain, Knott's Berry Farm, Universal Studios, SeaWorld San Diego, Belmont Park, various different piers, Las Vegas, the Grand Canyon, Stratosphere Tower. I'm knackered just thinking of it, but it's going to be great. And of course there'll be vlogs from each separate one of those, much like Orlando in September. The videos are still going on from Orlando. I've got so many, and make sure you do check them out because they're really good. And of course we launched the brand new complete experience videos, which are really good here on the channel as well. There's not many of those about on YouTube, so it's good to always keep improving the offering for you guys. So it's the first time to the West Coast America. For myself and the other 3 that are going, which is going to be great. You got Chris, which is going to be joining me. You got John, and you've got Lee. So there's 4 of us. You all recognise them from previous vlogs last year. We're going to have a great laugh. We're going to be hiring this car and driving around. It's going to be great. A little bit on what's new at the parks. Again, later in the year I'll be doing each of these separately. But Disneyland, it's the 60th anniversary of the park. And they've got 3 new shows going on. They've got Disneyland Forever, brand new nighttime show. They're not just going to be putting projections on the castle, they're going to be projected on the Matterhorn, It's a Small World, all of Main Street USA. The site what's used for Fantasmic, because Fantasmic's in Frontierland, obviously at the original Disneyland, and that's being used with the water screens there. It's going to be amazing, and I can't wait to just see that in action. Paint the Night Parade is going to be coming in. It launched at Hong Kong last year, so popular that Disneyland's having its own version. They've not had a nighttime parade for a few years, so it'd be great to see that. Of course, the Main Street Electrical Parade, which I saw out in Orlando, is top class, so I can't wait to see the version going on to Disneyland in Anaheim. And World of Colour, that amazing water, fire, fountain show, and that's being completely overhauled as well with a brand new version based on the history of Walt Disney and his creations at Disneyland. So that'll be really nice to see. Again, I'll tell you more about that later in the year. Knott's Berry Farm, they're going to be having a brand new state-of-the-art dart ride, all screens and stuff like that, along with additional theming, so I think it's going to be much like Transformers, which should be good. Talking of Transformers, actually, we'll be getting back on that, Transformers the Ride, which is obviously, they've got that in Orlando, which they did, and it's also at Universal Studios in Hollywood as well, so that'll be good. SeaWorld, we're going back there. Journey to Atlantis, Manta, which isn't a B&M flying coaster, it's actually a mega coaster, much like Blue Fire and Helix, but a family version. It's not got any inversions, so that'll be nice to do, can't wait for that. And then of course Las Vegas, 3 days we're going to be having there, all the hotels, shows, entertainment, we'll be visiting them all the different attractions, Venture Dome, Stratosphere, of course getting on X-Scream, Big Shot, Insanity, it's going to be really good, I can't wait to do that. But yeah, like I said, if you want to know more about the parks, I'll be telling you throughout the series of the show, which is each Wednesday this year, and it's going to be great. That's all for now on what is to come here on Theme Park Worldwide. I'm still in shock about it myself. It's going to be an amazing year, and I'm sure all of you guys are going to enjoy the updates, and I really want to make it worthwhile this year. For all of you, just, you know, watch Theme Park Worldwide and enjoy this content, because it's going to be really good, all in HD as always. And yeah, I can't wait. The vlogs are going to be giving a good first-hand reaction to all of this, and there's a lot of new parks I'm visiting this year, so it's going to be absolutely epic.
Like a roller coaster, move and shake me side to side. Yes, then no, but maybe right. Like a roller coaster.
So yes, it's now time for a brand new section of Theme Park Worldwide, the show, rightly named Guess the Coaster. Ooh. Now you might be thinking, what's this section going to be about? We're going to show you a video or whatever, but actually I'm going to play you a sound effect from a roller coaster. It could be anything, it could be the sound of it going through an inversion or a lift hill or a launch, but it will be a roller coaster, and it could be anywhere in the world. So we're going to see how this section goes, see if any of you get it right basically. I'll be coming up with a bit of a leaderboard, and I'll keep you updated throughout the year, and then there will be a prize at the end of the year for the best participants for this. So yeah, here's the sound of your first Guess the Coaster. There you go, that's all you're going to get for that one. And so yeah, all you have to do to enter this is literally comment below, just on this video here. That's the only way you can actually enter this, it's just commenting below on the video here on Theme Park Worldwide. So make sure you do. Can you guess the sound effect from that coaster? Do you want to hear it one more time? Here you go. A bit of a shorter one that time. So yeah, can you guess what the coaster is? Make sure you let me know, and we'll have another one next week, and also reveal what this one was.
Questions, questions, questions everywhere.
So yes, it's time for another brand new section here on Theme Park Worldwide, the show. We really are treating you to some new content this year, which is really, really good. So yes, ask me anything. This is basically a question and answer session. But yeah, I've had over 50 questions sent in over the past few weeks. So yeah, by all means, if you've got some really good questions, send them in. Me and TPW admin, the one and only Charlotte, will be going through all your questions and finding out the best ones and reading them out here on the show. So yeah, if you sent one in over the past few weeks, there's a good chance that it's going to be on in one of our future episodes. I've picked 4 for this week, which me and Charlotte think are really, really good. So yeah, these are the first ones. The first question is from Dan Bannon, who asked, would I rather have 1 week of constant new roller coaster credits, or have 6 months at my favourite theme park, Europa Park? It's going to be hard, this section of the show, isn't it? I can tell. Well, everybody loves how much I love Europa Park, but everybody loves probably how much, you know, everybody just knows how much I love going to new theme parks. So I'm going to pick that I'd rather go to new theme parks and get new credits for that one. Yeah, might shock you there, Dan, but definitely, like I say, last year I went to loads of new parks. I only went once to Europa Park, which is my favourite, so that was only for 5 days. So yeah, definitely new credits for me on that one. So thanks for sending that in, Dan. Next one is from the Ninja Cat 20. How did I become an enthusiast? Well, it's all thanks to, of course, the little park that's just up the road from here, Alton Towers. That's where it all started for me. Watching Air being built and also Splash Landings being built as well. Both of them, you know, over 2001, 2002. That was when I first started getting into it heavily. My parents are to blame basically for how I am now. You know, they took me to theme parks from a very young age. I was going to Blackpool, Pleasure Beach and Alton Towers, and I had a Tussauds, as it was then, annual pass since 1997. I've had a pass every year, you know, so I've always been going, but I didn't get into it enthusiastically until then, and that's when I started really getting into it. When I was about 9 years old, you know, I was really getting into it and liking to go up Alton Towers, especially, and follow the developments. So, good question there, Ninja Cat 20. Third question's from Cameron. If I was to build a theme park, what rides would I build and what accommodation would I put in? Ooh, so what rides would I put in? Of course, I love B&M's and mat coasters, so there'd probably be a mat launch in there like Helix, heavily themed of course. I'm not a massive fan of IPs, like the intellectual properties. You know, I do prefer something a bit more unique. So when I say IPs, if you're not too sure, obviously I mean things like Nickelodeon and you know, that sort of thing. I like it when it's unique to the park. Apart from Disney, because obviously Disney is their own sort of IP. But yeah, but I like that. But yeah, so what I would have put in, B&M, Invert, Hyper, and of course a Mack Mega Coaster. Dark rides, I'd have something like Transformers the ride as well, because I love Transformers. It changed my thoughts on dark rides so much, so yeah. Last question, good question there as well from Cameron. Matt Clay. Do I think the UK will ever get a coaster taller than the big one at Blackpool? And if so, which park will build it? Well, it's anybody's guess, but personally, I think it will happen. I don't think it's going to happen for a few years. But if it does happen, I could see it maybe going in at Blackpool itself. You know, they might take their own record in the coming years, depending on how things go there. If not, maybe years to come, Thorpe Park. But apart from that, I couldn't see one coming anywhere else in the UK. It'd either be at Blackpool again, beating their own record, or at Thorpe Park in the very, very long term. So we'll have to see with that one. Great questions. Like I said, if you've got some really good ones, you have to send them in to us. You can tweet them if it's a short question at ThemeParkWW, or if it's much longer, like I'm sure they are going to be. Just go onto Theme Park Worldwide Facebook page. Go on Facebook right now, open another tab, search for Theme Park Worldwide in your search bar, and there it comes up. Over 3,000 other people will be joining on there, and of course you'll be able to see more news updates, etc., which is really good. You don't have to wait for the show each Wednesday, you can just see it all there before the show kicks in as well, which is really, really cool. So yes, send them in, your questions for Ask Me Anything. Oh, I'm loving these new titles we've got this year. So yes, it's time for Interact With Me. So Interact With Me is basically where you can interact with me, other than a question, because that was the last section. So yeah, this one I want you to be sending in your pictures from your days out at theme parks, on-ride photos. Say you've been to somewhere, I don't know, I went to Cadbury World the other week, Cadbury World, and you've had a photo, send it in, you know, and make sure you're in it doing some nice pose. That'd be really, really good. And of course, we'll pick the best ones. Me and Charlotte will pick the best ones and put them on here at the show. So be quite creative with them. We're looking for nice creative photos, so make sure you send them in. Also here, if it's your birthday or you're having a special occasion, then let us know. And we'll also mention it in this section as well. We'll give you a little shout out there, you know, which is really good. Say it's your first time going to a theme park. If you've just been to a theme park, give us a bit of a trip report with photos. You can send that in. Or you can do that, you know, just make sure you can send the stuff in on the Theme Park Worldwide Facebook page. Like I said in the last section, just search Theme Park Worldwide, dead easy, and you can just send it in there as a private message. And then either myself or Charlotte will reply to you, and it will be in one of our episodes of the show. Interact with me, special occasions, photos from the parks, send them in, and we'll pick the best ones here on Theme Park Worldwide, the show. Time for the final section of Theme Park Worldwide, the show. This one's returning from last year, very, very popular. It is, of course, Merch Paradise, with a bit of an extended theme there going on this year. A couple of mugs to show you, a couple of giant mugs off this shelf just here. Yeah, look at this, Chessington World Adventures giant mug. I got this a couple of years ago. I love these giant mugs. I've got about 18 of them here. But yeah, that's the first one. And I've got this one as well. Nice Alton Towers one. Got this last year. Alton Towers in 2014. It's got all the main rides on just around the side there. So yeah, some really nice merchandise what you can get out there at the parks. But yeah, the world of theme parks, it's basically got a bit of a refurb. As you can tell, I'm sat in a bit of a new location here. A, I never used to have a seat, I'd always stand up. And B, I was filming from sort of over that angle, and this was the background from that angle. But now the camera's there, and the background's here, if that makes any sense. But yeah, the background is going to change throughout the show. I'm going to freshen it up a bit for you guys, so you're not always just seeing me stood, you know, facing that way. I was sort of like this before. So yeah, bit of a change for you this year. And yeah, everything's been redone. Over the winter, every single mug, every single shelf has been taken down. It's been washed, it's been repainted, and all sorts has gone on. You can see just a few things coming up at the side here, what we've done. A lot of the real things, what I've got from the parks, a lot of the real signs are all displayed in here now instead of just being waiting on the floor ready to go up. So yeah, it's all a lot more organised. And of course the archives have all been sorted. I've got about 10 boxes full of old maps and stuff now. So yeah, it's really, really good. Anyway, that's it for your first episode of the season of Theme Park Worldwide, the show. Next week I'll be back, we'll have more news. We'll have 2 more brand new sections coming here to the show. What are they going to be? Speculate below. Make sure you go on Twitter and follow me at ThemeParkWW for all the latest updates. Like the Facebook page, that's where it's all going on at the moment. It's really good on there, and we'll have a launch competition this week as well, because it's the start of the season, which is really, really cool. We're also on Snapchat, ThemeParkWW. You might get some random snaps from myself. It's just me running that one, and of course we'll have live updates as well on Snapchat, which is going to be quite cool. There's about 70 of you on there now, so keep coming in. Also on Instagram, we're nearly at 1,000 followers, so take us over 1,000. We'd love you even more. That's it for me, Shawn Sanbrooke, here on Theme Park Worldwide. I'll see you next week for all the latest theme park news, and that means it's time to cue those credits. See you later, guys. Have a cracking week.